Now, how'd you do that?
Huh?
How'd you do that? I mean, it was just like the club just kind of got beneath it and... Was it done with a bounce, or I mean...
Oh. Sorry.
Yeah.
Like that?
Yeah. That's what I learned how to do that.
Okay, all I'm doing is this face is a little bit open.
Okay.
Okay?
Now, why is that? Because you want even more of an angle?
It's the law, right?
Okay.
So if my feet are a little open, right?
Yeah.
This is square.
Yeah.
This is open, right?
All right.
All right, so now when I take this club back, I'm not going to take the club over here. I'm going to take this club back over here. It's going to go along the lines of my feet. See that?
Yeah.
So when I do that, it comes a little bit outside, then I just turn my body through. As I turn my body through, this face is open. See how open it is?
Yes.
So I hit it on the way down, she's coming right up. That won't go at all. It stops.
Yeah. All right.
Okay, so more of a cut. You're cutting it more than hitting the full head on. See what I mean?
Yeah.
So here's my feet.
I didn't realize you were a little bit open. Now, a moment ago when we were chipping, your feet were pretty much in line with the target.
So when I take this club back, I'm going to take it back here. Now it's going to go a little bit inside over here. But when I take it back, it's going to be along this line.
Yeah.
Because I'm going that way. Okay? So the face, this part of the face, is pointing at the target. See it?
Yes.
Okay, so when I take this club back, it's going to come along here. And when I bring it down, it's going to, the face is still going to be pointing at the target, but the club is going to go this way. I can't have it go that way. If it goes that way, I'm going to hit it way too far. It's not going to go up. So I'm really just kind of sliding right underneath it. It won't go anyplace when it hits. Okay? And then the length of it depends on the length of the swing.
Yeah. Okay. And you get more elevation and a little more distance when you really come back.
Yeah.
Okay.
But you can't close the face. If you close the face, you're going to hit it right over the green.
Gone.
Want to try it? Hands forward, weight forward. See that? Okay.
Yeah.
I'm going to swing hard at this one, so watch where it goes. See how high it goes?
Yeah, but not a whole lot. Really, not a whole. Given the amount of swing, I didn't go a lot further. It went up in the air pretty good distance.
No. If I hang on to it, really hang on to this head, and have it open like this.
Yeah. Yeah. I got you.
Right?
This is going to be some practice here.
So the more you cut it, the more you go outside, inside.
When you say cut, I mean, what's that mean?
Cut means I'm going across it.
Okay.
I'm cutting across the wall.
You're kind of slicing across.
Slicing across it underneath it. See where the face is?
Yes.
So when I come through, I'm coming through here. It's sliding right across underneath it. I'm not going down into the turf, right?
Yep.
I'm sort of sliding. The more I slice it, the less distance and the more height. Whoa, no good. Stop. Move down that one. That's the risk you run with this shot.
Because if I move, I'll hit it a good distance then. All right. All right.
Okay?
All right,
I don't like it if you're like this.
Okay.
Standing on this foot.
Yes.
You got to be, okay?
Right.
You got to be forward. Now this is more of a stroke, right?
All right.
Because the lie is decent. But the hands are a little forward of the head, just forward of the ball, which means that you could make a regular, almost like a putting stroke here. If the
All right.
weight's forward and your hands are forward and you make your putting stroke, you should get the ball on the way down, if the weight is where it's supposed to be.
All right.
So you can almost feel like you're putting it. Right?
Are you picturing where you want that ball to land? I mean,
Yeah.
and you're saying I want to land here. I'm going to roll.
Yeah, well, I do in some respects, but in most of the time, it's just a sense of feel. I mean, when I look at that shot, I sort of feel like I just feel it.
Yeah. I'm like, you watch every shot you hit, and I'm starting. The pros do the same thing too, and it's just, what is it? Just calibrating the hit, the feel, and
It's just you look at if you look at the hole, something tells me when I look at that hole and it's flat, it's going to be about that.
okay, okay.
I hit so many of them. It's, you know. Once again.
See, I'm still working on my first
Yeah.
3,000 swings. Oh, you know, hitting ball.
Too long.
These little short ones, though, are.
Huh?
These little short ones like this. I'm finding, in what I play, I have more of these than the real long ones, and I butcher them. I can't seem to.
It's sensitive. Distance today is not great. I've been working on my driver, so. That's left. That's about the right distance.
The last couple, 3 weeks, I've been experimenting with my feet and realized, no, let's come back something closer to this. This is. All right. And you're just basically using a putting motion.
Huh?
You're using a putting motion.
Pretty much.
Okay.
I should go a little bit further than that. That's not that great. Like a gap wedge or a 60.
Yeah.
When it gets to the grass, it may not go through the grass, but the sand wedge gets through it. So if I'm in the heavier grass, I like to have just a little bit more weight on the bottom. Of course, this is the heaviest wedge you'd ever feel. I mean, feel how heavy that wedge is.
Yeah, it's got a lot
I
of
mean,
weight on it.
really.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I rely on that so that when I let this club come through, it gets all the way through the shot.
Now, what causes me trouble? I could get that one.
Huh?
Let me put it down in there.
That's all right.
Now that one, at that point, that's
Yeah.
how I have a problem with that.
Okay. Okay, so that's going to pop out. So why don't you go on this side?
Okay.
This is going to be played back here, right?
All right.
Forward. We have to go down. We have to get down. We have to get down to the ball, which means if we're going for a short hole like that right there, we have to get this club so it gets down into the grass to get the ball out. Okay? So in other words, the hands have to be forward, and I have to come down. I got to hit the back of the ball. You can't
All right.
hit the grass. You gotta hit the ball.
Not the grass.
Yeah, you gotta get the ball.
Okay, well that's,
Oh, not right there.
all right. Okay. Ooh.
Okay.
All right, well that's a mental thing I had wrong. I was trying
It will
to
come out.
hit the grass like I was hitting sand, and
No.
you're saying that's wrong.
No.
Okay.
You gotta get the ball. Now, see this one in here?
Yeah.
Now that's like right behind that grass. This is gonna pop out, but the hands have to be forward, and you can't flip this head at it. You
All
have
right.
to go. The club has to descend into the back of the ball. It's the only way you're gonna get that out.
Let's go not to the last pin, but the one just this side of it.
On the right,
Yep.
okay?
Mm-hmm.
From a bad lie. You wanna go
What's golf term for that kind of lie?
No, it's just rough. It's just in the rough.
It's called a rough.
It's in the rough. You're in the rough. Yeah.
Okay. All
Okay.
right.
It's not actually buried, but you know this is a shot. This is a shot where they're hard to get these close.
I've been watching the last couple of weeks PGA stuff. The guy, even the pros, it's not a no-brainer for them. Sometimes they muff it up.
Oh, of course they do. Yeah, this is not an easy one. You got to stay very still and focus on the job at hand, which is to get the head on the back of that ball.
You still got your sand wedge?
Yep.
Okay.
See, that's not hard enough.
Yeah, but that's still okay.
Huh?
That's still all right. That's still all right. I really hadn't thought about using the weight of the sand wedge.
That's better for distance.
Yeah.
I could go a little further.
For these backswings that are so short,
What's that? Yeah, they're short.
I can see why the sand wedge.
Yeah.
You'd use that. You've got some inertia built up, but you're not putting that much power in your swing.
Too hard. That's good for the next hole. Ah. But it's the same idea.
Yeah.
You know, and these are I'm telling you, Steve, these are tough shots. These are the ones where
Well,
you get
I mean,
it up and down out of here.
I can have a good hole starting. I get this and I'm wrecked it because I mean
Yeah.
I'll
Well, if you
top
can get
it or
if you can get it on. Worst case scenario, you get it on the green and you 2-putt. Best case scenario, obviously we're going to chip it in. Next best scenario is to get it up there close enough so you can make a putt.
Yeah.
Okay?
Yeah.
So you got to figure, all right, well, I might get out of here with a bogey. If I'm lucky, I might get out of here with a par.
For me, bogeys are fine. Yeah.
All right, so that gets it up there where you might be able to make a putt,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
But you know, these are not gimmies here either. You know, this is a shot that most high handicap players, they have no idea how to go about this, and they're gonna. If I see a high handicap player in this position,
Yeah.
I'm figuring it's going to take him 4 to get in, at least,
Yeah.
right? But a good player, you know, 3 or 2. That's about the right distance.
Yep. And you came back that time. You came back at about 9 o'clock.
Well, I'm learning a little bit more about the distance.
Yeah.
Where I hit
Yeah.
half a dozen of them.
But before, when we were chipping here, you
Well, this is short.
were just taking around
this is
7:30. But with my regular gap wedge, I couldn't have got anything moving. But the
No.
extra weight
Yeah.
of the sand wedge, I see how it works. That looks so I mean, it looks so fluid.
Huh?
It looks so fluid. It was maybe a quarter swing.
that?
Now, by definition, this is a chip
Pitch.
pitch. What we're doing now, a little short thing, that's a chip. Okay.
Okay?
What happens if you're trying to hit something about 50?
We're going to make more of a motion here that's going to go through the shot.
What would you call it if you were hitting something?
It's like a regular follow throw.
Okay.
So I'm not just going to do this.
All right.
It's going to be a little bit more of a follow.
Yeah. Yeah, pretty good.
Right?
What would you call it if we were trying to hit the ball 40 yards? Would that still be considered kind of a pitch?
That's 40 yards.
All right, maybe 60, 70 yards. I didn't.
Okay. Well, so
Would that still be considered kind of a pitch? Just
yeah, it's a pitch.
in that case, I might be thinking about trying out my 9-iron maybe.
This tree. Same shot, just a little bigger swing. Ah, I cut the tree. But the
And
same shot.
I got the notion.
A little bit.
And you're lengthening your backswing just a little bit to make
Yeah,
that.
but as you come through, your hips and your shoulders are going to turn. You're going to finish over here. This is a pitch. The
All
pitch
right.
is going to go from here to about here.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Use different clubs. Try to keep the same speed. Try to cultivate this speed. And then use a sand iron. It's going to go higher. Gap wedge a little lower. Pitching wedge a little lower. 9-iron a little lower. But try to see if you can get the same finish. So when you finish, you're in balance. And you rotate it all the way through to this part right here.
Those various clubs, are you ending the stroke about the same
Yeah, same
elevation?
place.
Same place. Okay.
Yeah, I never go higher than that. I don't go up here. I just let it, because all my weight is here. Once my weight is released, that's it. That's where it finishes. I'm done.
All right.
The weight stops right there.
Okay.
Anything more, I'd be right.
All right. I'm gonna have to practice finishing there.
Yeah,
Right now, it's a little easy for me to.
The finish has to come because of this motion down here.
Okay. All right.
So when I get over here, once this hip's released, this leg is straight, I'm done.
Yep. Okay.
Okay? It's not
Good.
controlled, that distance isn't controlled with the shoulder so much as it is the weight.
Okay.
It's here, and that's where it stops.
Okay. All right. I'm good.